Peace and blessings, everybody. Gerald Hustle on the Children's Enlightened Minds Enterprise. Check this out. I did a video about maybe like a week or two ago, and the video was titled, Getting to Know Thyself. And in that video, I basically ignited a challenge towards you. I extended out a challenge towards you for you to get to know yourself, thyself, deeper than any level that you've ever likely embarked upon. And again, I'm going to leave a link at the bottom of this video as well as in the comment section of the video for those who are watching this on YouTube. And also with that being said, make sure you subscribe, like, and share. Subscribe, like, and share. But I'm going to leave this link at the bottom of this video for you to go and review that video, because in that video are the details of this challenge that I want to reinstate. I want to challenge you in the pursuit of really digging down to get to know thyself, right? Because here's one thing I want you to understand. Some of you may feel like, well, I know myself. I'm good. I'm all right. You know what I'm saying? I'm always, I know me. I'm always, working on me. I don't need to embark upon no challenge as such. Tell me how to go get the money. And I understand that. I understand for, everybody, right now it's about survival, right? Everybody's on survival mode. Even individuals who say they raised on love, they're in survival mode. Whenever you can't get outside of chasing the bag per se, you know what I'm saying? When you can't get out of chasing the bag per se, then you living on survival mode. And let me tell you something. When an individual living on survival mode, they living on an animalistic level. And when you're living on the animalistic level, then it's no way that we can unite and become one. There's no way that we can eradicate a lot of the issues and problems that we face as a black community, a black and brown community. There's no way that we can eradicate it and come together. And the only way we're going to be able to eradicate it is if we come together. There's no way that we're going to be able to come together as long as we exist and maintain ourselves on survival mode, on an animalistic level. You understand? Because it's a dog-eat-dog world then. And every man for himself then. Only the strong survive then. Do you understand what I'm saying? So now, one thing I also want to add is that, you see, some of you are really in a better position for this, what I'm trying to extend out to you, to take your life to the 10th level, to put you on the level of doing things that you could have never imagined, to put you in a place that you only desired or dreamed about. You see, a lot of time we going around trying to get all these people to teach us this, to give us that, to help me get where you at. When in truth, everything that we want, everything that we looking for is really right there. The only reason you can't see it is because of how you've been conditioned, because of your perspective. Your perspective is your reality. And so as long as your perspective is what it is and exists on the level that it exists on, you cannot see a lot of the opportunities that are right in your face. And the reason why for some of us who can see it and strive to utilize it but don't get the results we want is because of the way we think. We think on a very selfish, primitive level. So what I'm trying to do is extend out for you as I do with me daily, as I've done with me for years now. And that's striving to understand me better, to understand why I feel the way I feel sometimes, why I do things that I know I shouldn't do. Why I feel the way I feel, why I allow some things to bother me the way it do, why I think the way I do, why certain terminology ignite me the way it do. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to get us to get into a different place of being able to truly control and be the power that we are as an individual. Because you're not really powerful until you take full responsibility of you, your results, shit that happened to you, all that and so on. You have to reach a point to where you take full responsibility and stop shifting things onto other people and other circumstances and so on, this, that, and other, right? Because let me tell you something. for black people specifically, there's not enough racism and white supremacism in the world to stop us from attaining, sustaining, maintaining anything that we desire to have if we became what we want other black people to become, and we unify as a really true loving family and move forward. It's nothing would be able to stop us. But here's the deal. You see, we've been affected the most. You see, the whole human race has been infected with this self-hate, really, and reason why everybody live on a primitive level. You know what I'm saying? On survival level. The whole human race has been divided in such a way. But it hurts us the most because we, out of all people, have suffered a type of suffering that no man, according to records, according to what we can research, no man has ever experienced. So what I'm trying to extend out to anybody who chooses to embark upon this challenge, but specifically black people, I want you to embark upon it more than anybody else. If nobody else do it, I want you to do it because we need it the most. So again, I'm gonna leave you the link and all that. But here's one other thing I want to drop on you before I depart. You see, one of the reasons why I say it's gonna benefit you a lot more than, well, I can't say that. The reason why it's gonna look like, let me rephrase that. The reason why it's gonna look like well, let me put it like this here. In regards to where you trying to go, right? In regards to the stuff you're trying to maintain, you see, some of y'all are in a very financially powerful position already. But the reason why you really can't complete the puzzle is because of your perspective. It's because of the way you think, the way you look at life, the way you look at people. You know what I'm saying? You're in a very powerful, creative position, but you are not acting creatively. And that's what I'm trying to get you. You see, you talking about an individual right now. And the reason why I had to rephrase my words and say, often to say that it'll be more beneficial to you than it has been for me, I had to rephrase it because you talking to an individual who, since the 4th grade, hasn't had stability all the way up until about 3, 4, 5 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So you talking to an individual who mom, dad grew up in these streets, who victims to these streets. I'm going to say victim because that's the position that they were in. You know what I'm saying? That's the position they accepted. You have to accept being a victim. You have to succumb to being a victim. You know what I'm saying? So they was a victim to these streets. And so as a result of that, their victimship fell over and overflooded onto the children. Me, my brother, my sister. So, we all have a different story, and I'm going to definitely go way much more deep into my story one day. But right now, what I want you to understand is that you're talking to an individual who should either be dead or with a life sentence, you understand, or should be mentally crazy or whatever the case may be, because I'm talking about from all that I've went through, all of the traumas, all of the experiences as a young child, being raised by these streets, in and out of confined institutions from the age of about 13 all the way up to I think I was about 21 when I last went in, but I didn't get out until 14 years later when I went in at 21. You know what I'm saying? So you talking about an individual who done all these different years, all these different times confined, and not to mention an individual who drinked, who smoked weed, who done cocaine, who smoked fry. You know what I'm saying? Fry was a drug for those of us. If you don't know what fry is, you have to do your research. But it's a street name. It's a street terminology used in Houston specifically. It's a street drug. I think they call it liquid PCP or something like that. But anyway, that was back in the early, like in my youth, in my young adult years, that was like one of the main drugs in Southport, Texas, Houston, Texas. So now, you talking about an individual who smoked fry for about 10 years. I'm talking about every day, all day. You know what I'm saying? You talking about an individual who could barely speak, who can barely talk, who can put words together, who only completed the 9th grade. You talking about an individual who who passed the GED test with guessing the dots. You know what I'm talking about? I didn't necessarily learn it, or I memorized. I was a good memory person. I memorized what I needed to know, passed the test, and give me 2 weeks later, I probably couldn't answer none of them questions. You know what I'm saying? You're talking about an individual who have just manipulated basically the system in so many ways just to survive. I lived on survival mode for a very long time. So you're talking about an individual that had I not told you any of that, you would not have known. You could not have picked up from me because of the things that I taught, the things that I do, my walk, the fruits that fall from my tree. You know what I'm talking about? So again, when you can't tell what kind of tree it is, just look at the fruits. Judge me by the fruits that I produce. You know what I'm talking about? And but the thing about it is that sometimes you don't know what kind of fruit it is based on your perspective. You know what I'm saying? The way you see things. You know, it might be a pear, but to you calling it a green apple. You know what I'm saying? So because of your lack of information, in the information that you have, you're gonna call it what it looks like to you, when really in reality it's something else. And so we have to slow down and do some homework sometimes. You know, be willing to say, I don't know. You know, it takes a whole lot of humility to unlearn and relearn. It takes a whole lot of humility first to unlearn and relearn. And I'm going to tell you, again, this challenge, what I'm trying to get you to embark upon, this is what that's about. You have to unlearn to relearn. The only way you can accept the things that you find out about yourself is that you're willing to unlearn and relearn. You have to be willing to say you don't know about yourself what you thought you did. You have to be willing to say you don't know. You have to be willing to be corrected. You know what I'm saying? So unlearn, relearn. Again, I'm gonna leave the link on this video as well as in the comments. So I would definitely love for you to go back, study the video, and it's called Getting to Know Thyself. I want you to go back, study the video, and embark upon this challenge, man. Leave some comments. Let me know what you think. Go to my website, enlighteningminds.com. Go into the reviews. Tell me what you think. Just get at me. Let me know. And if you need help, if you need someone to hold you accountable, if you really need some help and you really want to be on another level, then contact me. Go to the website, enlighteningminds.com. www.enlighteningminds.com. I'm sorry, enlighteningminds.com. So that's it. So anyway, I'm gonna leave that link to it in the comments of the video. So what I want you to do, if you need some help, contact me. But also give me comments, give me feedback of your results. Let me know how it's working out for you. Talk to me. You know, so anything I can talk to you, clear for you, I will. So just talk to me because I want us to be better. I want you to be better. We have to start becoming the change that we want the world to be. And until we do that, we have to stop all the goddamn complaining. So point blank and simple.